For tonight's 5th Region girls basketball action. This is our second game of the doubleheader. We had the boys game earlier tonight. It'll be the Marion County Knights taking on the North Hardin Trojans. Marion County comes in under Coach Bree Elder with a 7-13 record on the season, 3-8 in 5th Region play. For the North Hardin Trojans, they come in 13-13 on the season, 9-7 in 5th Region play. Leading scorer for Marion County, Diaria Spalding, averaging 20 points and 10 rebounds tonight. Kiki Adams, the second leading scorer, with 8. For the North Hardin Trojans, Desiree Bryant will lead the way along with Peyton Isom on the offensive end. Now we're going to turn it over to Malachi Mullins for tonight's starting lineups. So there we have the starters again for Marion County. It'll be Lily Thompson, Kiki Adams, Maya Scott, Adriana Gordon, and Dearia Spalding. For the Trojans, Des Bryant, Jerica Johnson, Ella Shear, Peyton Isom, and Jayana Lee. And it'll be Spalding and Bryant to jump at midcourt. And Peyton Isom gets the tip and gets the first points of the ball game. Marion County set back. Isom able to get it. And it looked like Spalding had controlled the opening tap. Now Thompson with it for Marion County. Man-to-man defense from the Trojans. And they're going to force a turnover. Johnson steps out of bounds. So the ball will go back over to the Knights. Scott will walk it up the court. Now North playing more of a zone skip pass to Thompson. Now to the corner. Gordon with it. Isom all over her. To the corner. Gordon, three on the way. That one's long. Spalding gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out. Thompson now take a three. That one's long as well. Battle down low and pick up that time by Gordon. She gets the putback. Tied 2 apiece. Isom now bring it up the court. She'll run point most of the evening. Bryant gets it down low to Lee. Misses that shot. Thompson with the rebound. Scott lays it down low. Gordon up, and Gordon quickly with 4 points. And with that, Coach Hooper going to take a quick 30-second timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating, locally owned, family-run pest control. It's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Isom will walk it up the court. Marion stays man-to-man. Johnson will step inside. 16-footer on the way. It's off the mark. That goes out and be over to the Knights. Thompson goes all the way in. She's fouled. I believe that might be on Lee. It is going to be on Gianna Lee, her first, team's first. And that'll send Lily Thompson to the line to shoot two. Kara Loggins checking into the lineup for the Trojans. Comes off a little long. Shear gets the rebound. Bryant now will bring it up the court. Loggins down the right side, now sends it back out. Shear, three, top of the key. Off the iron, Spalding with the rebound. Trying to pass that one inside. Isom will come up with the steal. Lays it off to Loggins. Back to Shear. Three on the way. It's in. Ella Shear with her first points of the night on the assist to Loggins. Scott skip pass. Thompson top of the key. Three on the way. No good. Spalding with the offensive rebound and gets the putback. Pierre Spalding, first points of the night. 6-5, Marion County on top. 4:45 to go in the opening quarter. That one knocked away by Thompson. They'll stay with the Trojans. Carly Atkinson checks in, along with Destiny Scott for the Trojans. Pass as Loggins cut through. Now she passes it back out. Go back around to the top of the key. Shear will step into this one. Three on the way. It's good. Back-to-back threes by Ella Shear. And the Trojans back on top by 2, 8-6. 1-2-2 press from the Trojans. That one to Adams. Along the baseline, no good. Ball knocked around. Bryant gets the rebound. Trying to get that to Scott, just a little too tall. Turnover back to the Knights. Scott gets it up to Adams. Shoot in the lane. That one no good. Ball bounced around. Bryant comes out with it. Bryant all the way down. Her runner no good. I'm not sure if that was on Scott or Gordon. Des Bryant will go to the line to shoot two. Foul is on Scott. Maya Scott, her first, team's first. Peyton Nyson back in for the Trojans. It's Kenzie Gordon that checked in for Marion County. Bryant with one more free throw. Now baseline jump shot on the way. No good. Ball knocked around. It's going to stay on this end with the Knights. Adriana Gordon with that shot. Thompson inbound this one. Gianna Lee back in for the Trojans. Scott's shot is blocked. Thompson gets it off the deflection, gets it down low to Spalding. Spalding with her fourth points now. Bryant quickly back to the other end. Cutting to the hole was Isom. Now Bryant. Isom gets in the lane, runner off the glass, it's good. Peyton Isom with her fourth point, and that takes the Trojan lead back out to 4. Kenzie Gordon loses that one out. North Hardin basketball. 2:21 to go in the first quarter. North Hardin on top, 12-8. Bryant finds Lee down below. Lee is going to be fouled by Spalding. That'll be her first, team second. And Gianna Lee heads to the line to shoot two. Jerica Johnson and Ella Shear back in for North Hardin. Lee with her first point. Sent down to the corner, gets away from Gordon, and another turnover to the Trojans. Bryant misses inside. Spalding with the rebound. Now it'll be Thompson who'll bring it up the court. Down low to Adriana Gordon. Taken away by Bryant. Swinging around. Isom down the left side. Passes it back out. 15-footer from Bryant is good. Desiree Bryant now with 4 points. 1:15 to go in the first quarter. 7-point lead for the Trojans, 15-8. Scott skip pass outside. Now Thompson in the lane, back out to Kenzie Gordon. Scott on the baseline. It's going to be a charge on Scott. That'll be her second foul, team's third. Be North Hardin basketball. 44 seconds to go in the quarter. Eidson thought about the three, now throws it. There's going to be a steal by Adams. Gets the other end and gets her first 2 points of the night. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Eight seconds. Bryant turns the corner, 10-footer on the way. She gets it in. 6 points in this opening quarter. And that'll bring our first quarter to a close. North Hardin on top, 17-10 over Marion County. This is a Hardin County Educational Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our line of sports coverage sponsors. Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Unofficial scoring from the first quarter. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Marion County Knights. Kiki Adams with 2. Adriana Gordon had 4. And De'Ara Spalding with 4 as well for the Trojans. Des Bryant and Ella Shear led the Trojans with 6 apiece. Peyton Isom had 4 and Gianna Lee with 1. It'll be night basketball as we start this second quarter. On the court for the Knights. Adams, Carly Spalding, who just checked in, Adriana Gordon, De'Ara Spalding, and Lily Thompson. North Hardin's in a 2-3 matchup zone. Spalding wants the ball down low. Johnson lays it off for Gordon. And there's going to be a turnover to the Trojans. On the court for the Trojans, Johnson, Bryant, Isom, Loggins, and Shearer. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Score remains 17-10, North Hardin on top. Shearer, 3, corner. It's good. Her third 3 of the night. Ella Shearer now with 9 points in the ballgame. 1-2-2 press again from the Trojans. Carly Spalding with it. And Johnson almost gets that steal. Thompson going to get it to Adams. She's going to pull up, 12-footer on the way, no good. That'll be on Adams, and that'll be her, on Spalding. That's her second foul. Team's 4th. Ryan will walk this one up the court. 2-3 zone from the Knights. Also, Isom 3, the left side. That one's a little long. Johnson there gets the offensive rebound. Back to Shearer, top of the key. She'll take a 3. In and out. Knocked around. Thompson gets the rebound for the Knights. And try to trap her. I believe Loggins will get tagged with this one. That'll be her first, team's second. Scott throws it too tall for Spalding. Turnover to the Trojans. Johnson three, right side. That one just a touch long. Rebound by Adams. Scott brings it up the court. No one really stops her until she gets almost all the way down. Like she's fouled on the floor. I believe this will be on Regina Johnson. That's her first. Team's third. Oh, inadvertent. Regina Johnson back in the ball game. It's Marion County's basketball. There's an inadvertent horn. Adams inbound this ball, gets it into Spalding. Scott trying to get it to Spalding, too tall for her. Isom comes out with it. Isom to the other end. Shear, open three, left side. That one's going to be off. Carly Spalding saves it, but saves it right to Shear. Step into this one, right side. Doesn't get the roll on that one. Ball goes out. Off Marion County, off the Trojans, and over to Marion County. Marion County going to take a timeout. This will be a full timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always search our past broadcast out on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. For Marion County, they're back in action tomorrow night as they will travel to Taylor County to take on the Cardinals. And for North Hardin, they will play on the 15th, which will be Tuesday night, as they will host the Nelson County Cardinals here at North Hardin High School. For us, just two games on the schedule next week. They will both be on Friday, another boy-girl doubleheader. John Hardin will be hosting Marion County in both girls basketball and boys basketball. First one at 6, second game scheduled to start at 8 o'clock. As we come back to action, Marion County basketball. North, 1-2-2 pressure. Scott picks up her dribble. Back to Carly Spalding. Thompson with it. They're going to have to get it past midcourt and do for the 10-second. North switches up, goes man-man defense. Destiny Scott checks in. Now she's guarding Spalding. Adams, corner. And Scott goes to the hole. It's knocked out away from her hands. It'll stay with the Knights. Carly Spalding to send this one in. Get it into Scott. Thompson kind of hemmed up there, able to get out of it. Scott in the lane, her runner off the back there. I can't get the roll. Spalding has the offensive rebound and actually loses it. Gianna Lee had it, and it goes off of Johnson back over to the Knights. 3:39 to go in the second quarter. We've only had 3 points scored in the second quarter. Those were by Ellis Shear. North Hardin on top, 20-10. Thompson three, right side. It's good. She gets her first points of the ball game. Shear gets it to Isom in the lane, up off the glass, a little too strong. Scott with the offensive rebound. That'll be a foul on Daria Spalding. That'll be her third. Team's fifth. Destiny Scott to the line to shoot two. Scott gets her first points of the night. Des Bryant checks back into the lineup for the Trojan. Scott gets a pass midcourt, sends it across for Thompson. Down the lane. Gonna get two shots. Jayana Lee picks up her second. Team's fourth. Thompson to the line to shoot two. Nevaeh Raphael checks into the lineup for North Hardin. Thompson now with 5 points to lead the way for the Knights. Carly Atkinson on the baseline, trying to get it to Raphael. Travel, turnover to Marion County. 2:57 to go in the quarter. North will set up full court pressure. 1-2-1-1. Scott gets it, finds Adams in the middle. Thompson will go baseline. Cut off, now she has to back it back out. That's going to go off the Trojans. It'll stay with Marion County on this end. Thompson to inbound this one. Into Adriana Gordon, misplays that one, lost it on her way up. That's a tie-up. Alternating possession will go over to the Trojans. Man-to-man defense from the Knights. Raphael with it. Into the lane, backs it back out, hands off to Isom. She'll go down the left side. Good feed inside to Bryant. Bryant fouled. I believe that foul will be on Adriana Gordon. Her first, team sixth. Bryant 2 for 3 from the night. One more free throw coming. One rims out. Thompson with the rebound. 6-point lead for North Hardin. Had it as much as 10. Adams now with it. She gets into the lane. Runner down the middle, off the glass, no good. Raphael with the rebound, quickly sending it ahead to Bryant. A little too strong, gets her own rebound. Put back, no good. Raphael offensive rebound. Bryant offensive rebound from her bottom. Bryant gets another offensive rebound. Now Shear three, it's off the iron. And Scott comes out with it for the Knights. Down low to Adams. She's going to send it back out. I believe we're going to have a foul on Isom. That'll be her first, team's fifth. Carly Spalding travel. Turn over to the Trojans. Kara Loggins checking into the lineup for North Hardin. Kinsey Gordon back in for the Knights. 1:21 to go. Loggins down the right side, gets all the way to the bucket. It's good. She gets her first 2 points of the ball game. Lead back out to 8. And there's Peyton Isom with the steal. Misses that one. Raphael had it rebound. Now Bryant with it for the Trojans. She loses it out of bounds. We go over to Marion County. Destiny Scott back into the lineup for North Hardin. Again, 1-2-1-1 press from the Trojans. .30 seconds to go in the quarter. That's going to be a foul on Isom. That'll be her second, team sixth. 23.1 seconds to go. Nevaeh Raphael quickly back in for the Trojans. It's close to a travel. Kenzie Gordon in the lane. And that'll be on Destiny Scott. That'll be her first, team seventh. And Kenzie Gordon to the line to shoot two. 10.5 seconds to go in the quarter. One more coming. Kenzie Gordon with her first point. Here we're going to bring it up the court. Raphael, open three on the way. It's good. Nevaeh Raphael. And that will bring the first half to a close. North Hardin on top by 10. 26-16 over Marion County. This is a Hardin County Educational Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Aarons company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call me 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 off Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We'll be back after this short timeout with second half action.
Hello, I'm Gina Ryan, Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television, and today we are talking with one of our longtime sponsors, Mark Harris Construction. He has been with us from the very beginning, his organization, and through the years it's with apartments and renovations and real estate, of course, and now we are joined by Regina Johnson, who is the property management for 2 of the items that we're promoting with Mark Harris Construction. Regina, tell us first, our audience, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a property manager for about 15 years, and so they stole me when they started building these 2 properties. So
that's probably a very good. So she said stole, so that you are a high priority.
Yes.
In terms of getting you on board. The 2 properties we want to discuss is the Black Branch Storage first. So tell us about that.
So there's 339 units. We have climate control units, big, small, all different sizes, so you can store just about anything.
Can you pay by the month or annual or 6 months?
It's monthly, yeah, and it's gated, so everything is secure. There's an on-site kiosk where you can lease on-site. There's no manager on site or anything like that. You can also lease online.
Well, that's really good with COVID running around and everything like that. So how long would it take to get a storage facility at that location?
In just a matter of minutes. You can just go to the kiosk, or you can go to blackbranchstorage.com and lease straight online.
Okay. And are those, I'm assuming that those fill up relatively quickly. A lot of people are needing those.
Yes.
So for those that may not be familiar with what goes into storage units, what are some of those items that people might put in storage?
Most people, they store, if they're moving from if they sold a home and getting a new one, they'll just use it for a few months, to store their household items. A lot of people store things that are just in their garage that they need to get out of the way. We have some who store old cars. And I mean, just about anything.
So I was going to say, it becomes, like you said, a perfect storage place.
Yes.
And rates are in the range, are in a comfortable range?
Yes, they're very competitive.
Okay, wonderful.
For sure.
And then another exciting part of Mark Harris Construction and Organization is the Winding Springs Apartments.
Yes.
Now, tell us where those are located.
They are on Nicholas Street, close to downtown, close to Highway 62, close to everything.
Okay, and what type of apartments in regards to bedrooms, things like that are available?
These are all 2-bedroom, 2-bath luxury apartments. All the finishes are very modern and chic. It's going to be a gated community. We're very excited about it. We have 1 building open so far, and our next building will be open sometime in October.
Well, and if you've been down Highway 62 and you look over that area, they look amazing.
Yes, they're gorgeous.
Yeah. And what types of amenities are available for those that will be living there?
We have a clubhouse. It's a huge clubhouse. We have one side for the office and one side for just the residents, tailored to our residents. We have a pool, and it's going to be gated, so we're going to be the only gated community in town. We're going to have a dog park, several other amenities.
That sounds fun. Now, are they fully furnished, or can individuals make them their own?
Both. We can have furnished apartments. We do a lot of corporate apartments for local places here in town. And then you can, of course, bring your own stuff.
Great. And how do people get additional information about leasing those apartments?
So you can go to WindingSpringsEtown.com. Or you can call 270-766-1155.
And is that process, does it take very long to do?
No, not at all. Okay. I'm very quick at responding.
Okay. And are they monthly or biannual?
The typical lease is a year. We will do shorter term leases, especially with corporate apartments.
Oh, so there are corporate apartments.
Yes.
Okay, so what might be that added incentive for a corporate apartment?
It's cheaper than a hotel, and you have more room. You have a kitchen, it's like home.
As I mentioned at the beginning, Mark Harris has been one of our very beginning sponsors, committed to what we do with HCEC-TV. And without that investment, we would not be able to carry the live local high school sports that we do.
Right.
And we do close to 80 a year. And it goes back to when Mark was an athlete in this local community, and his children were athletes in this community, and he is really committed to helping with that. So being a member of that organization, what would you like to add about that?
Well, I think that the owners, they're locally owned. They've been in this community for a very long time. They're committed to the community. They're committed to the surroundings, and they love to give back.
Well, Mark Harris Construction is definitely the embodiment of being active and involved in your community and supporting those around you. And we always appreciate all of those supporters and our sponsors. And again, without them, we couldn't do what we do.
Absolutely.
So, Regina, for our audience, just to remind them again, and if you didn't catch that, it's Regina and Gina. The Regina and Gina show today. How can people get in touch with you as property manager?
The best way is probably by phone, 270-766-1155, or email. It's regina@windingspringseatown.com.
Okay, thank you, and wish you all a great leasing season, and also in filling up all those storage facilities and everything.
Yes, for sure.
So thank you for joining us, Regina. And thank you for watching our HCEC-TV, Brandenburg Telecom, live sports coverage.
Welcome back to North Hardin High School for tonight's 5th Region girls basketball action. Our halftime score, homestanding Trojans on top, 26-16 over the visitors from Marion County. Unofficial scoring through the first half. First 4 of the visitors. Lily Thompson led all Knights with 5. Kiki Adams had 2. Kenzie Gordon with 1. Adriana Gordon with 4. And De'Ara Spalding with 4. For the Trojans, Kiera Loggins had 2. Des Bryant with 6. Neve Raphael had 3. Ella Shear led all scorers with 9. Peyton Isom had 4. Destiny Scott with 1. And Gianna Lee with 1. It'll be night basketball as we start this second half. Lily Thompson, Maya Scott, Kiki Adams, De'Ara Spalding, and Adriana Gordon on the court for Marion County. For North Hardin, Jerica Johnson, Gianna Lee, Ella Shear, Des Bryant, and Peyton Isom. And it's a zone from the Trojans. Close out on Thompson. Tries to pass it down low. Lee knocks it away. Bryant comes out with it. Bryant will bring it up the court. Cross court to Johnson. Isom gets to the top of the key. Now she'll back it down between circles. Isom stopped at the free throw line. No one really in front of her, especially to take that shot. Bryant 3, left side. It's good. Desiree Bryant with her first three-pointer of the night. And now some full court pressure from the Trojans. And 1-2, 1-1. They can't get a 10-second call. They want you to get past midcourt and then try to trap you. Down low to Adriana Gordon. Foul inside. Foul on Jerica Johnson, her second, team's first. Adriana Gordon to the line to shoot 2. That one to roll in. 5 points now in the ball game for Adriana Gordon. Johnson up the court with it for the Trojans. Bryant hits Isom, cutting on the back shoulder. It's good. Isom with her 6th point. Scott gets it over the midcourt stripe. Bryant just takes it away. Up off the glass, no good. I think it went off Regina Johnson. It does, and it'll go over to the Knights. 6:19 to go in the third quarter. Scott gets it to Adams. Thompson tried to pass. That goes off of Lee, so it'll stay with the Knights. Thompson will trigger this one in. Into Gordon, 15-footer. Just going to graze off the rim. Shear tracks it down for the rebound. Shear curls around and gets the roll. Shear now into double digits with 11. Trojan lead out to 16 points, 5:25 to go in the third quarter. And Des Bryant with another steal. Gives it up for Johnson. Back to Bryant. And Bryant into double digits with 11. With that, Coach Elder going to take a 30-second timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. So we come back to action, 5:12 to go in the third quarter. North Hardin in firm control, up 18, 35-17 over Marion County. Again, now they rush at Scott. She's able to get it to Gordon. Adams down the left side. She'll be fouled. She'll be heading to the line for two. I believe this will be on Bryant. That's her first, team's second of the second half. Adams to the line, her first trip to the line tonight. Three points now on the night for Kiki Adams from Marion County. Quickly to the other end. Ball never touched the floor. Johnson to Isom, down low to Lee. And Lee with her first made basket. She's got 3 in the ball game. Now Thompson with it as Peyton Isom goes chasing after her. Go down low to Spalding, and Spalding gets her first buckets since the first quarter. 6 points now for Spalding. Johnson kicks it back to Shear, swing it around. Isom in the lane. Pull up off the glass, no good. Thompson has the rebound. Head to Adams. She gets in the lane. Her runner, it's good. Adams now with 5. We're halfway through the third quarter. 4 minutes to go. North up by 15. They've been up by as many as 19 in this quarter. Shear thought about pulling that one. Now gives it up to Isom. Bryant, little runner, 14-footer, no good. Gets her own rebound. Back to Shear. She'll take the 3, top of the key. It's good. Her fourth three of the night. 14 points now for Shear. Scott tries to get it down low. Shear knocks that one out. It'll stay with the Knights. Kara Loggins and Carly Atkinson into the lineup for the Trojans. Get it into Scott. They struggle getting it down low to Spalding. Thompson for three. It's good. Lily Thompson, her second three-pointer of the night. Carly Atkinson at the other end. Three on the way. That one's off. Scott with the rebound. Scott gets it down low to Spalding, just backs her way in. Gets an easy bucket. 8 points now for Spalding. 2:28 to go in the third. Atkinson brings it up the court. Finds Isom Payton. Down the lane, no good. Gianna Lee with the offensive rebound. Isom still down. Atkinson takes the shot. It's good. They're going to stop this one. First points for Carly Atkinson. And North Hardin will take a 30-second timeout. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always search our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Subscribe to our channel and get all your local community sports and events. We'd also like to thank NHHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. To subscribe today, contact NFHS.com. And a reminder, we will be back on the air 1 week from tonight. Just 2 games next week. It'll be a boy-girl doubleheader from John Hardin High School as they will host the same Marion County Knights that we saw tonight, both in the boys and girls basketball games. One will be at 6 o'clock, the other at 8. The following week, on Monday night, we will start the girls tournament. They will go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The boys tournament will start on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tori Gribbins in the ball game. She actually came in at the last dead ball. Coach Elder, I believe, called the timeout when she almost got tied up. So it'll be a timeout in Marion County. For Marion County, they're back on the road tomorrow as they will travel to Campbellsville to take on the Taylor County Cardinals. For North Hardin, they will be off until Tuesday night when they will host the Nelson County Cardinals here at North Hardin High School. Again, for North Hardin, they were the number 3 seed as they will take on the number 2 seed Elizabethtown Panthers in the semifinals, which will be again on Wednesday night. John Hardin and Fort Knox will square off on Monday night. The winner of that game will face Central Hardin on Wednesday. Thompson at the free throw line, down low to Spalding. Spalding into double digits with 10. They've, the last 3 or 4 trips, really done a good job getting it to Spalding in a place where she can make 1 or 2 moves and get to the bucket. Lee tries to move Spalding out of the way. Spalding blocked that shot. Lee saves it back in. Loggins with it. Shear back with it. Shear inside, 8-footer, it's good. And LaShear, 7 points here in this quarter, 16 points on the night. And it's back out to a 16-point lead for the Trojans. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Adriana Gordon misses that shot. Kara Loggins gets the rebound. She comes sprinting out of there. 3-on-2 break. Lays it off for Isom. Runner in the lane. Just a little too strong. Ball knocked around. Adriana Gordon gets it. She sends it ahead for Spalding. Daria Spalding. She had 4 points in the first half. She's doubled that output here in the fourth quarter, and it's a double dribble and a turnover back to the Knights. Spalding now with 12 points on the evening. 27 seconds to go in the quarter, and it will be Knight basketball. Gordon down low, gets the bucket on the assist from Scott. Cuts it to a 12-point lead. Peyton Isom, deep three on the way, no good. So our third quarter comes to a close. North Hardin on top by 12, 45-33. This is a Hardin County Education Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live sports coverage sponsored. Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. To explore your options, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple online at westpointbank.com. Carly Atkinson, Kara Loggins, Ella Shear, Destiny Scott, and Des Bryant on the court for the Trojans. Bryant lays it back for Shear. Bryant will back it back out. And a 5-second call. Turnover to the Knights. Inside, Gordon no good. From Gribbins. Bryant, no one really gets in front of her. Thompson knocks it down to stay with the Trojans. Gianna Lee and Peyton Isom back in for North Hardin. That one knocked out by the Trojans. A turnover to the Knights. Into the fourth quarter, North Hardin played a little sloppy in here to start the fourth. Kind of some of the same. Gribbins with it. 10-footer on the way. That one a little strong. Spalding with the rebound and the putback. Again, Spalding came in averaging 20 points. She is to 14 on the night. Loggins trying to pass it down low to Lee. Almost got a travel. And now Isom will go left hand all the way across. Isom now with 8 points. Gordon not able to get it back, and a steal by Kira Loggins. Loggins now with 4 points. skip pass across to Gordon. And there is Kara Loggins with another steal. Misses that one. Scott gets the rebound. That's going to be a foul on Bryant. It's her second, team's third. Regina Johnson back into the lineup, along with Ella Shear. Scott now with it out in front. There's some North Hardin fans that just want to call 3 seconds, and it hasn't been 3 seconds on Spalding. To the other end. Shear, set back three, no good. Gribbins with the rebound. Thompson will bring it up the court. Scott down low to Gordon. Misses inside, ball knocked around. Johnson comes out with it. That one stops. Johnson misses that. Scott with the rebound again. Thompson with it. Right back to Scott. Pass down low to Spalding, and Spalding with another bucket. Isom down the left side, keeps her dribble. .430 to go in the ball game. 12-point lead for North Hardin. 15-footer Des Bryant misses that one. Gribbins with the rebound. Thompson now kicks it to Scott. Gordon on the baseline. That one's no good. Spalding with the offensive rebound. Puts it back up, no good. Gianna Lee with the rebound for North Hardin. Johnson sends it ahead to Shear. Johnson, three on the way, left side. That one's off the iron. Knocked around. Goes out. I believe it will be Marion County basketball. Kiki Adams back in for Marion County. Destiny Scott back in for North Hardin. Thompson will walk it up the court. Down low to Spalding. Turn misses that shot. Johnson with another rebound. Ahead to Loggins. Loggins able to find Isom. Coach Hooper calls out another play. Loggins going to go inside. Tried to kick it back out. Gribbins there gets the steal. Gribbins three, right side, no good. Thompson gets the offensive rebound. Her putback block. Spalding gets it. She's fouled to be heading to the line to shoot two. Destiny Scott gets called for that foul. That's her second, team's fourth. Spalding's first trip to the line tonight. That one off. Johnson with another rebound. Isom dribbling all the way to the baseline. Now back outside. Shear cutting to the hole, 6-footer. It's good. Ella Shear now with 18 points in the ball game. Thompson outside. Gribbins, foot on the line, long two-pointer, no good. Knocked around. Gribbins gets the offensive rebound, kicks it back out top. Now Adams, send it out. Thompson will take a three left side. That one long. Scott with the rebound. Coach Hooper wants him to run through some offense. Not happy with what they're doing. She's going to take a full timeout with 1:54 to go in the ball game. For Marion County, again, they're back in action tomorrow night as they will travel to Taylor County to take on the Cardinals. For North Hardin, they are off until Tuesday night when they will host the Nelson County Cardinals. For us here at HCEC-TV, we will be off until next Friday night when we will have Marion County and another boy-girl doubleheader. This time it will be from John Hardin High School. First game will start at 6 o'clock. Second game scheduled for an 8 o'clock tip-off. Again, starting on February 21st, which is not it's next Monday, but the Monday after that, we will start the 17th District tournaments. The girls tournament will run the 21st, 23rd, 25th. The boys tournament will start on the 22nd, a Tuesday, and it'll be the 22nd, 24th, and 26th. In the boys' opening round, it will be North Hardin versus Fort Knox. In the girls, it will be John Hardin versus Fort Knox. The 1 seed, or the 1, 2, 3 seeds in the boys' side. John Hardin the 1 seed, E-Town the 2, Central Hardin the 3, North Hardin the 4, Fort Knox the 5. In the girls' 17th district, Central Hardin is the 1, E-Town is the 2, North Hardin is the 3, John Hardin is the 4, and Fort Knox is the 5. Back to action here. Scott down low, sends it back out to Shear. Coach Hooper tells him to run it again. Isom going to pull up 15-footer on the way. That one's long. Spalding with the rebound. Scott going to walk this one up the court. Gordon at the free throw line. Picks it all the way back out. Spalding. Now she gets it across. That one goes out. Off Marion County and over to North Hardin. Kara Loggins. Double dribble, or she dribbled it on the end line. Turnover to the Knights. Maya Matsushita into the ball game. Missouri Allen checks in for the Trojans along with Nevaeh Raphael. There's a steal by Allen, knocked away by Marion County. It will stay with the Trojans. 36.6 seconds to go. And Kira Loggins' runner down the lane is good. She's now got 6 points in the ball game. Carly Spalding with it. She'll be fouled. Destiny Scott picks up that one. Raphael gets the steal. She's fouled. She'll be heading to the line to shoot two. Spalding picks up her first. Raphael with 2 shots coming. She had a 3-pointer back in the second quarter. Phil now with 4 points on the night. That'll stay with the Knights. Spalding with the three, it's good. It's her first points of the night, and that will do it. North Hardin victorious 54-40 over Marion County. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. For Marion County, they dropped to 7-14 on the season, while the Trojans improved to 14-13. Would really like to thank all of our student workers and staff that made tonight possible. It's been a long day, a doubleheader. We want to thank them for all that they have done today. For all of them, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.